everybody. Good Friday morning to you. Well, not Good Friday. That was a little while back. Welcome to kind of a weird filler thing on Third Man In here, brought to you by Head Check Health. So here's what's up. Last weekend, I was away for some work stuff, and me and TR had kind of overlapping trips because he's currently in Toronto for the World Ball Hockey Federation Championship. He's playing for Team Ireland. It's really fucking cool. And actually, I'll post a link to some of where you can live stream his games and stuff. But what we decided to do as kind of a filler thing where he wasn't around, we didn't have a guest lined up. We were trying to make some things work. But what we decided to do, and we thought would be fun, was to live stream, have me watching the Bruins Game 5. We thought that would be a good idea. And it wasn't. There was some technical stuff. It was fun, and a lot of people joined in and participated in the chat, and we had a lot of fun with it, and I can't thank the people who tuned in and watched along with us enough. It was great, other than some egregious shit that happened that I don't want to even get into because it makes me mad. But basically, the plan was we were going to strip the audio out from that and post the audio this morning as the full podcast episode. But there was some issues, just technical stuff getting off the ground. So a lot of things got that weird garbly mess of that happened when we tried to live stream from. A lot of that happened while we tried to live stream from the Hockey Heroes weekend. So we got a bunch of that weird audio stuff happening. But and then once we got it going, it was great. But then there was a bit of a lag and a delay and a few things that were issues. So instead of me telling you that, hey, now in a second I'm going to play an ad and then you're going to come back and have like 3 hours of me watching a hockey game and slowly dissolving into madness, I'm going to tell you, if you want to check that out, and I think you should, if you like our shit, it's fun. We talk about some other stuff during the course of the game. We congratulate the Newfoundland Growlers who won the Kelly Cup this week and got a brand new Kelly Cup to show for it. Because, oh man, that's a crazy story that, again, I really want to dig in on that we just didn't get a chance to last night about the Kelly Cup essentially being stolen. There's a whole bunch of stuff that way. But if you want to check, head over to the Facebook page. Just search Third Man In on Facebook. You should find us. There's a bunch of video from last night there that you can check out. And we'll be back with like a full regular episode next week. I just didn't want to leave anybody who doesn't necessarily follow us on social media, but subscribes to the podcast. Just want to kind of give you guys a bit of an update and let you know what was going on this week. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of just all I want to get out and say. A huge thank you, of course, to our two main sponsors for the show, Head Check Health, who we kind of threw to last night after a bit of a conversation about some headshots. So maybe we'll take a listen to some words from them right now.
Concussions are serious business. Concussions and post-concussion syndrome had a huge effect on my career. Whether you're a player, a concerned parent, a coach, a risk manager, or an executive, they're a major area of concern. Head Check Health has developed software and services that improve the way concussions are assessed, tracked, and managed at all levels of sport. Their goal is to create a safer environment of play by giving better tools to the individuals responsible for documenting and assessing concussions and providing better data to administrators to make real health and safety improvements. Head Check currently works with organizations across the country like the Canadian Junior Hockey League, BC Hockey, Rugby Ontario, the Western Lacrosse Association, and more to advance their concussion management practices. If you're interested in learning more how HeadCheck can help your team or organization, please visit headcheckhealth.com or email info@headcheckhealth.com. That's headcheckhealth.com or info@headcheckhealth.com, and tell them TR sent you.
So huge thanks to them. And of course we're going to be back with a full episode for them. We're also working on something kind of fun as well. We've been starting to talk with another podcast that really focuses on some concussion stuff. And we're going to be doing kind of a special concussion thing coming up, hopefully sooner than later. We're going to be doing that. And so stay tuned for more information on that one, which is going to be super fun. But it's Concussion Talk, and you can follow them on Twitter and stuff and subscribe to them. But in the meantime, like I said, we'll be back next week with a full episode. I'm not sure who the guest is going to be yet. Fun fact, we never kind of know until like the day of is kind of when we usually lock that down, because the three of us have kind of our varying schedules, and it's kind of tricky. But in case you are hearing this through subscription and didn't know because you don't follow us on social media, make sure to follow us on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find us kind of anywhere at 3MI Podcast, as well as 3MIPodcast.com, which is our website. And it has a shop, and you can buy some shirts. Some of them say stuff about senior. Some of them say stuff about other things, mostly regarding us shouting about hockey. And again, I can't thank our other sponsor enough, Miller Lite. I can't thank them enough for getting me through last night, but also, why I'm a little bit later getting this up this morning than I intended to be. So here's a couple words from them before we sign off.
Here's a few things to know when opening an ice-cold Miller Lite. They brew their beer to 90 calories and 3 grams of carbs per 355 milliliter serving. And they also brew for great taste. It's this great Pilsner taste that's made Miller Lite a favorite for our beer drinkers everywhere. Miller Lite, 90 calories, 3 grams of carbs. It's Miller time.
All right. So like I said, huge thanks to Miller Lite as well, because this would have been up a couple hours ago if it wasn't for the fine folks at Miller Lite and sponsoring the podcast. So again, we'll be back with a full episode next week. I apologize for the delay here. I know it's been like a couple weeks since we've had kind of a normal episode, but we will be back with the boys next week, and we'll have another guest, and it'll be great, and we'll be fun, and we'll talk to somebody, and we'll shout about hockey. But until then, find us at 3MI Podcast, kind of across all platforms, and we'll talk to you soon. So until then, we'll be back next week to shout out you about hockey.